The Xiaomi Poco F6 Pro is considered a flagship killer due to its chipset, and in this video we will fully review this phone together to see if it's worth buying or not. But first, I must say that the Poco F6 Pro is a rebranded version of the Redmi K70, which we have already reviewed on our channel. Okay, let's start with the design section. The Poco F6 Pro with a thickness of 8.2mm and a weight of 209 grams is considered a heavy phone. After a few minutes of use, you may get tired and need to hold the phone with your other hand. However, a positive point is that both the front and back panels are made of glass, and the frame is made of aluminum, giving you a very good feel while using the phone. As you can see, the module of this device is a large rectangle that houses 3 lenses and a flash, which is a typical design for Poco phones. For example, the Poco X6 Pro also has this module. The back panel has a slight curves on the edge, making it easier to hold the phone in your hand, but the front panel is completely flat. And 89% of the front panel is the display, giving us a bezel-less phone, so that's perfect. At the bottom of the phone, we have the speaker, Type-C port, and main microphone, as well as the SIM card slot, which doesn't support external memory. At the top, we have the secondary microphone and IR transmitter, but the second speaker is shared with the call speaker. There is nothing on the left side of this device, and on the right side, we have the power and volume buttons. The IP54 certification is also registered for this phone, and the fingerprint sensor is under the display, offering notable speed and accuracy. Let's move on to the next exciting part, which is the phone's display. This phone's display is made by TCL, measuring 6.67 inches and supporting a 12-bit panel, meaning it can show you 68 billion colors, supporting both sRGB or processed colors and DCI-P3 or more realistic colors. The maximum refresh rate of this phone is 120 Hz, which can automatically switch between 3, 60, 90 and 120 Hz. It's a good option for battery consumption control. It supports Dolby Vision and HDR10+ standards, and I must say the maximum brightness of this display is 4000 nits in HDR content. This display also has an excellent pixel density, 526 pixels per inch. The standard touch rate of this display is 480 Hz, and the instantaneous touch rate is 2160 Hz, which are excellent numbers. SGS certification is also registered for this phone, reducing blue light over long-term use to minimize eye strain. The display brightness is controlled via PWM at 3840 Hz, which is excellent and minimizes eye strain, making this phone's display very attractive and perfect. Guys, before we move on to the hardware section, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video. This device has a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset, the flagship chipset we had last year, and also we now have the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. We shouldn't underestimate the Gen 2 chipset as it has really high processing power. This chipset uses TSMC's 4nm architecture and has an 8-core CPU. The GPU on this device is the Adreno 740, which has excellent graphical processing power. In terms of software, this phone supports HyperOS based on Android 14. This phone comes in 3 different versions of internal storage and RAM. Although this phone doesn't support external memory, the good news is that the internal memory is UFS 4, which is very fast, and the RAM is LPDDR5X, offering very high data transfer speeds. Let's move on to the camera and see what Xiaomi has done with this phone. We have 3 lenses on the back panel, a 50MP main lens with OIS, an 8MP ultra-wide lens, and a 2MP micro lens. On the front panel, we have a 16MP selfie lens. The main lens on the back can record 8K videos at 24fps, 4K videos at 24, 30 and 60 fps, 1080p videos at 30, 60, 120, 240 and 960 fps or slow motion, and 720p videos at 1920 fps. The selfie camera can record 1080p videos at 30 fps and HD videos at 60 fps. Regarding sound, the speakers on this device support Dolby Atmos standards and are high-res, providing very high-quality sound output. However, I must tell you that this device doesn't have a 3.5mm jack. Let's take a look at connectivity. Depending on the region where you buy the phone, it supports Wi-Fi 6 or 7, Bluetooth version 5.3, while the regular version, the Poco F6, had 5.4, and NFC capability. In terms of security, this phone has an optical fingerprint sensor under the display and the face recognition sensor, but the fingerprint sensor offers higher security. The energy source for this device is a 5000 mAh battery that supports a 120-watt fast charger, which fortunately is included in the box. Lastly, this phone is available only in white and black colors. Well guys, thanks for watching the video so far. Be sure to watch the videos that appear on the screen as they are tough competitors to the Poco F6 Pro. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to your channel and don't forget to share this video with your friends.